What is reactive abuse in narcissistic relationships? 8 crucial insights to bring you clarity and resolve. Hello everyone, it's Livia here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to dive into a topic that many people find incredibly confusing when they're in a toxic or narcissistic relationship. And that topic is reactive abuse. It's one of the most misunderstood aspects of narcissistic abuse, and today I'm going to break it down for you step by step so that you can recognise it and understand it, and most importantly, heal from it. If you've ever found yourself reacting in ways that you thought you never would, or wondering why you did something out of character during a relationship, stick around and let's get into it. Section 1. What is reactive abuse? So let's start with the basics. What exactly is reactive abuse? In simple terms, reactive abuse happens when a victim of narcissistic or emotional abuse reacts to the ongoing manipulation and psychological distress caused by their narcissistic partner. This can manifest as verbal outbursts, physical aggression, or even emotional withdrawal. It's often a defensive reaction to prolonged emotional assault on the victim it's subjected to. And here's the important part. Reactive abuse doesn't make you the abuser. No, it doesn't. The narcissist is the abuser. The key here is that narcissists push their partners to a breaking point, mentally, emotionally, and sometimes physically. When the victim finally reacts, that's when the narcissist flips the script and uses your reaction to accuse you of being abusive. So if you've ever felt like you were made to question your own reactions, you're not alone. And you're certainly not the villain in this story. Section 2. How reactive abuse manifests. Now let's talk about how reactive abuse actually shows up in these toxic relationships. It can take several forms. 1. Emotional outbursts. After being belittled, gaslit, or emotionally manipulated for months, it's no surprise that you might have a breakdown. You might cry uncontrollably, shout in frustration, or lash out verbally. But the narcissist will twist this, making it seem like you're the one who's emotionally unstable or crazy. Totally been there. 2. Physical aggression. In more extreme cases, the psychological abuse becomes so overwhelming that the victim reacts physically. You may push, shove, or in a rare instance, even slap your abuser. This response, though out of your character, is often used by the narcissist to play the role of the victim. 3. Verbal attacks. Narcissists are masters at pushing your buttons. Oh yes. You might find yourself screaming at them, calling them names, or trying to defend yourself with harsh words. The narcissist will then use this to accuse you of verbal abuse. 4. Withdrawal and silence. Sometimes you try to cope by retreating into silence, emotionally withdrawing, or giving the silent treatment. Narcissists will twist this into emotional manipulation, accusing you of cruelty or punishment. Section 2. Why does reactive abuse happen? So why does reactive abuse happen? Why do we react the way that we do? So 1. Prolonged stress and trauma. Narcissists create an ongoing emotional and psychological stress. This continuous manipulation and devaluation gradually erodes your mental health, making you more susceptible to intense emotional reactions. 2. Gaslighting and manipulation. Narcissists distort your reality through gaslighting. They make you question what's real and they confuse you to the point where your mind feels like it's unraveling. This confusion often leads to emotional outbursts because, well, you feel helpless. 3. Lack of emotional control. Over time, many victims of narcissistic abuse are conditioned to suppress their emotions. When the pressure becomes too much, that suppression bursts open and the reaction may just feel uncontrollable. 4. Survival mode. In these reactions, any reaction, no matter how small, can feel like some way of regaining your control. It becomes a survival strategy, even if it's fleeting. Section 4, statistics on reactive abuse in narcissistic relationships. Let's take a moment to look at these statistics because understanding how widespread reactive abuse is can really help clarify things. According to a 2018 study by Psychology Today, up to 15% of individuals in toxic relationships experience reactive abuse. And in 2020, a survey was done by the National Domestic Violence Hotline. Nearly 30% of respondents reported being falsely accused of abusive behaviour after reacting to constant manipulation and emotional abuse that they endured. Awful, isn't it? These stats show just how common this dynamic is in narcissistic relationships and how the victims are often gaslit into believing they are the perpetrators. Section 5, steps to address and escape reactive abuse. So what can you do if you find yourself in a situation of reactive abuse? 1, recognise the abuse. The first step is to understand that you're in an abusive relationship. Knowledge is power. Recognising the signs of narcissistic abuse, including reactive abuse, will give you the clarity that you need. 2, seek professional help. Narcissistic abuse is complex and navigating your emotional reactions requires guidance. A therapist who specialises in narcissistic abuse, like me, can help you process your feelings and develop healthier coping strategies. 3, my favourite, set boundaries. You must establish clear boundaries with your narcissistic partner. This may involve limiting contact, setting firm emotional limits, or even creating physical distance. Boundaries are essential for your emotional well-being and we have to put them in place. 4, find support. Connecting with other people who have been through similar experiences can be incredibly healing. Look out for narcissistic abuse support groups or online communities where you can share and receive validation for what you've been through. This has helped me so much. 5, document the abuse. Keep records of your interactions. Yes, it takes a long time, but it's definitely worth it. Take notes, screenshots, save messages that demonstrate the abuse you're experiencing. And this will be helpful if you ever need to prove your side of the story. I cannot stress how this is super important, and I have used this with my cases and with my clients, and it did work. 6, plan your exit. If you're ready to leave, make sure you have a detailed plan. Secure a safe place, lean on your support system, and prepare financially and legally. Your safety is paramount. Section 6, healing from reactive abuse. Healing from reactive abuse takes time, but it is possible. I know because I've walked this path myself. Here are a few of my little steps to help you heal. 1, practice self-compassion. The guilt, shame and confusion you're feeling are natural responses to prolonged abuse. Be kind to yourself. Understand that your reactions were born from survival and not malice. 2, work on emotional regulation. So techniques like mindfulness, breathing exercise and grounding can help you manage overwhelming emotions and avoid those reactive outbursts. I've used these a lot. 3, rebuild your identity. Narcissistic abuse erodes your sense of self. Take time to rediscover who you are outside of the relationship. Reconnect with your passions, your strengths, and your values. 4, empower yourself with knowledge. The more you understand narcissistic abuse, the better you can protect yourself in the future. Educate yourself on the signs of manipulation, gaslighting, and emotional abuse. 5, seek legal protection if necessary. If things escalate and your physical safety is at risk, do not hesitate to seek legal protection. This could involve obtaining a restraining order, a non-molestation order we have in the UK, or taking even other legal actions to ensure your safety. My final thoughts. You are not alone. To wrap up today's video, I want to leave you this message. You are not alone. If you're dealing with reactive abuse or if you've experienced it in the past, it's important to remember that your reactions do not define you. They are a natural response to years of manipulation, trauma, and abuse. Healing is a journey, and I'm here to support you through it. If you need guidance, please reach out, whether it's through therapy, support groups, or personal coaching. The most important thing is that you don't walk this path alone. Take care of yourself and know that you are worthy of love, respect, and peace. Don't forget to like, comment, or subscribe for more insightful videos on how to break free from toxic relationships and rebuild your life. And if you'd like my help, feel free to reach out for one-to-one coaching at the link below. I'll see you in the next video.